Welcome to the new year, 2021. Hopefully it will be a lot better than the previous year. I'd just like to say thanks to all the new subscribers. I think I'm up to 67 now, which is pretty amazing. I was only ever expecting to get a few, mostly friends and whatever, in the audio club that I'm in. But 68. It's rather nice to see, and I hope that I can keep up the good work. I have lots of other videos in mind after my Christmas hiatus. There's a lot more videos that I have planned. I have several channels actually, and there should be links to them. Chris Mogford, 850 Mark III, that's my automotive one. I will have a lot of travel videos as the years go by to add on. I've been over most of the world and taken lots of video, and in Australia as well, and I'm looking forward to putting them up. The biggest problem, of course, is editing. It's the most time-consuming thing of all. It's all very well taking lots of nice video when I'm out and about, but to actually edit it down to something concise and nice and useful, it takes a bit of effort. Anyway, I'm back to the Pioneer CT-F950. There's quite a few more videos to go. Hopefully I won't be repeating myself with some of them, but there's a few that cross similar issues, but don't despair. I'll try to keep them as interesting as I can. So let's get on. Before we go any further, I'm going to demagnetize the heads. A demagnetizer, a bit bigger than it needs to be, but here we go. Okay, that should do it. Sounds pretty good. Okay. And see, this is the problem, which is why I'm not going to use this one. That was one of my good recordings. Here we go, an hour of hymns. Yes, it's not behaving too well. I mean, it works, but maybe I should try my test tapes. I just realised you can't change any of this except for azimuth. The record head is fixed. Sorry, the erase head is fixed. It's only the azimuth of the record and playback head I can change. And then only the adjustment for the left-hand pinch roller. They're the only adjustments I can make. Alright, so be it. Alright, I'll get my azimuth tape. Right, I've got a few tapes here that I will play to start setting things up. We have 15 kHz azimuth, the Dolby 400 Hz at 200 nanowebers per meter, 3 kHz speed check, and a 1 kHz Nakamichi track alignment. And the first thing to do though is on this there's not a huge amount of adjustments, but One that there is, and I was wondering, is to how to adjust this pinch roller, the feeding pinch roller. And from what I can gather is that that's their basic height adjustment. Weird. And it is meant to be adjusted so that the tape is okay. Now this is the feed in pinch roller, and there's a little tiny guide there about the width of the screwdriver, and apparently the idea is that you adjust the height like that so that there's no curling and that the tape is, well, I'd say central in that device. So let's see how we go. Now I've got a clear cassette, so which gives me a chance to hopefully see. Now I'm going to see what I can. Not sure how I can see it. Let's try it. Okay, now how do I see whether it's curling or not? I think what I might have to do is actually break open one of these cassettes and get rid of all the stuff around here so that I can actually see what's going on. And in fact, this cassette might be the go. It's a crappy cassette that I've erased, and but it does have a clear cover. Right, I've chewed away a cassette. Opened up all the top, along the top there, the front. Let's see how it works, if at all. I can see a bit, but not quite enough actually. I need to chew away more. Amazing. Okay, I've chopped some more out of the cassette and I can actually see it now, and yes, I can see that it's what's the word, curling at an edge. Apparently you're meant to adjust it so that there's no curling on either edge. It's not easy to tell actually. I think this is where a mirror cassette would be good. Maybe. Can't tell what is curling and what's not. Oh, that's curling, yep. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Well, that's one way to tell. Just lift it up and on and just see how it sits. That's not too bad. One more that way. I think that's pretty close. That's pretty close, I think. What I might do now is measure that distance and see how close it was to what it was originally. 4.58. It was originally 4.57. Well, that's pretty good, eh? That's pretty good. So even with a swapped pinch roller, it still ended up in the same position. Well, actually, the tape alignment cassette will tell me if it's central anyway. That's the whole idea of it. All right, let's do that. Okay, so The supply side pinch roller is hopefully now done. We'll stick in the track alignment. The this may or may not tell us much, because if the azimuth is off, this may not tell us anything. But just let's have a look, see what it says. Oh, there's not much there. I need a meter. Oh dear. I need to look on meters. I did much toing and froing in regards to the alignment, and the upshot of it was that the guide for the tape on the left hand side didn't quite match up with the alignment tape. So in the end I used the results from the alignment tape to say what the correct height of that guide was. And it's possible that the head itself may have been slightly out in the height, but there's no way to adjust that. It's fixed on this machine, unlike others. So I could see that there was very little, if any, curling on the tape, on the supply guide. So I think it's pretty good. And I was able to get a good even signal on both channels using the alignment tape. So I think that's about as far as I would go with this, and of course later I would do the azimuth and reaffirm with the alignment tape. So with this machine you can only do the azimuth and the supply guide. That's the only measurement adjustments you can make, and it worked out okay in the end. But there's a lot of video here that I've left out because I was just playing around trying to ascertain the proper way to adjust it, and in the end it worked out well. But anyway, it's okay. I've used a 3 kHz tape to get the azimuth in the ballpark, and got it within sort of like a quarter of a turn. It's not too bad. But I thought while I'm at it, I'll check the speed. Well, I've got 3.020, so 20 hertz. That's quite a ways off. So where do we adjust the speed? Okay, it's in the back of the motor. Alright, alright, let's go again. Wrong size. Righto, let's... Yes, I'm using an oscilloscope down here out of view. Oops, that's touchy. Well, that's as close as I can get. 3010. It's sort of within spec. They say plus or minus 10, but it's hard to get it to that. Yeah, see, now it's gone up to 3020. Oh, one last try. Yeah, but just towards the end there it was almost spot on. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh no, that's good now. 2999. 3006, 3003. Yeah, no, excellent. Good. Oh, finally got it. Alright. Okay. Alright, so speed's right. Azimuth is close. Now I'll check it with 15 kilohertz now.